Resurrection of the Daleks is rather scorned by the older fans, considered a callous orgy of violence and edginess, like an attempt to rip off Aliens so desperately they couldn't even wait until that film was ever even released. Now, maybe Saward was attempting to depict a Doctor Who adventure, a Dalek story which featured more consequences, moments of terror and uncompromising carnage and violence, which the older serials either weren't able to realise effectively, or otherwise glossed over. Do we rather this or the neutered robot Daleks of the Adams-adjusted Destiny? Some may have preferred an execution closer to the earlier Earthshock, wherein the violence was depicted as ugly yet necessary, and characters' deaths actually meant something, such as Adric's selfless sacrifice. In Resurrection, the program wanted to espouse the idea that life is just not fair. Actually, worse than that, it is sadistic and cruel. And it is, and maybe some have an issue with that, but sometimes the truth must be assessed. However, was the employment of violence an attempt to demonstrate the seriousness of a Dalek conflict, or to generate publicity and bloodthirsty teenage hype for this allegedly decaying series? Many claim the latter, and considering the chaotic nature of the writing compared to the precise, careful character, human and Time Lord, motivations of Earthshock, there may be some truth to this, in spite of some incidental, candid portrayals of violence, to contrast with the tea-time pedestrian fluffiness which characterized Who's earlier more trivial Dalek battles. Which is the finer distillation of the evils of the world, represented by the Daleks? Both have their pros and cons. I'm not an absolutist for either approach.